Why is my hair just not growing? Hi, my name's Sade. I go by Shady though. My nickname's Shady. This video we're gonna talk about why your hair isn't growing, or seemingly not to grow. Sumo! Hey! This video we're gonna discuss why your hair isn't growing, what factors could be causing that, and what we can do to prevent the hair breakage. It is so frustrating to try and grow your hair and not see any results. Months and months go by and it's barely grown an inch. And I'm here to tell you that your hair is growing. Trust me, your hair is growing. It's breaking off. I do want to address right in the beginning that my hair is frizzy right now. Look, I don't look after my hair that well, but I am utterly obsessed with hair care. I am obsessed. I do know some factors that cause hair breakage that can cause your hair to seem like it's not getting any longer. I'm going to talk about 5 factors that could be causing this hair breakage. I'm going to give you some pointers today that will help your hair grow. And hopefully once you implement some of the strategies that I'm going to provide you, you'll actually see your hair grow in the next few months. Hair tends to grow about an inch a month, so you've got to be practicing this all the time to see results. My first tip or factor is a mask. Using a mask once a week literally protects it from environmental factors. It nourishes your ends, it makes your hair shiny and soft and smooth, which prevents it from being dry and breaking off. When your hair is dry at the ends and you brush that hair and it gets caught, you're ripping it out. You're breaking that hair shaft, it's splitting, you're getting split ends. It is so important to nourish those ends and protect them by using a hair mask once a week. 30 minutes. Look, just in my opinion, go by what it tells you to do. It's not gonna hurt you to leave it in for a few hours. This is my old hair mask. My hair is not bleached anymore. In saying that, I barely used the hair mask. My bad. So I had a Toni & Guy damage repair mask. I don't have much to say about Toni & Guy because I genuinely did not use it. But in regards to damaged hair already, if you are blonde, there's nothing wrong about being blonde and dyeing it blonde. You are just more likely to have breakage because your hair is already being dyed and it's a little bit more drier than, let's say, someone with just their natural hair color. You're more prone to hair breakage on the ends. You need to use a mask. You need to use a mask. Factor number 2, it is your pillowcase. When your hair is dry and it's rubbing against the surface of that, say, a pillow in your sleep, and look, a lot of people are quite restless sleepers and they move around on their hair with their hair out and about. You're pretty much doing this on your hair. You are doing this on your hair, right? You're causing tangles, damage. But when you use a silk pillowcase, it prevents that breakage from happening and less frizz. Yes, less frizz. I have the world's frizziest hair. I do. It's just what happens to me. I'm a fine hair girly. And also talking about silk pillowcases, it prevents wrinkles. 2-in-1, absolute 2-in-1. Also, it promotes a better sleep. I find it's like a climate control factor. I find the silk pillowcase is like a cold experience and I like to be cold because I like to cuddle up. I hate when your pillow slip is like scratchy on the skin and I find it just completely, it's just too irritating. I can't stand it. I'm choosing a silk pillowcase. Factor 3, when your hair is wet, it is in its most fragile state, but your bonds that it's made out of, your protein bonds that your hair is made out of, when it's wet, they're weaker. So basically when your hair is wet and you're combing or brushing and you're putting your fingers through it, you're stretching your hair and they're not gonna bounce straight back up. What happens is it's weaker. So they just snap off, they break. And that's, say, when you're washing your hair. I have like a scalp massager that I love. Do not use it in the shower unless you're being very gentle with it. I find just using it on dry hair, it's better. Like, it gives you volume. I like to personally avoid the head massager, and if you want a little massage, just side to side motion, nice and soft. Not this, because doing this is going in circles and it's tangling your hair. So when you're trying to detangle it while it's wet, because a lot of people like to comb or brush their hair once it's wet, and that's fine to do when you have naturally curly hair. That's fine, but you've got to be gentle about it. Working your way up from the ends and going up the hair shaft, because it loses its elasticity. Is that the word I'm thinking of? It's not like a rubber band. When your hair is wet, it's going to snap. It's going to snap. It's not going to bounce right back up. And staying on the topic of wet hair, do not go to bed with wet hair. Going to bed with wet hair, 9 times out of 10, you're going to wake up with your hair still being wet. And being on your scalp and your hair like that on your pillow while it's wet, while it's in its most fragile place, it's going to start snapping from the roots, the mids, the ends, you name it. You're causing all this damage. Didn't need to happen. You're better off putting heat protector in your hair and blow drying it. Now, when you are blow drying it, if you are worried about heat damage, 30 centimeters away from your hair, and that's fine. That's truly going to cause less damage to your hair than going to bed with it wet. Yeah, no, try that. I mean, apparently when you blow dry your hair, it makes it get oily less quicker. I don't know. I feel like I heard that somewhere. I don't know if that's true. I'm not sure. Factor number 4. How do you put your hair up? Like, what are you doing? What kind of hair tie are you using? Are you doing a high pony? How do you put your hair up? That could be a huge issue in hair breakage. I can only really use scrunchies because I don't have a lot of hair and it's quite fine. So I do everything in my power to prevent breakage. At home, I'll use my silky hair scrunchie, but if you're using one of those normal hair ties, you know those circular ones, just the ones you get at school, that pack, have you noticed that hair wrapped around your hair tie? That's the elastic ripping it out. It could be the mids that it's affecting, it's the ends, it's everything. Avoid it. Use a scrunchie or use a claw clip. Please. How high are you wearing your hair? When I have to put my hair up, 9 times out of 10, I wear it in a low bun. Down here, it's taking the pressure off the root of the hair. It's taking the pressure off. So if you're wearing your hair up like this, you're going to see a lot of hair fall out right here. You're going to notice that, like, widow's peak. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's super cute and do it on occasions, but when you wear your hair like that constantly, you are pulling out the hairs in the front. The last and final tip that I have is, how are you drying your hair? These towels, the what is it? Microfiber. Okay, it's the microfiber towel. Oh my goodness. Are you using the normal body towel? You know, the towel that you use when you get out of the shower and you use it for your body? And do you do this to it? Are you doing this and scrunching your hair? And then also doing this to it? If you're putting your hair up like this too, to let it dry, which I do, but when you use a normal body towel, it is so much weight. Having this weight on your hair like this is causing the hair at the front of your hairline to fall out. Now, using a microfiber towel, it's so much more lightweight and it's not going to be as heavy on your head, so it's not going to cause as much damage. Those are my factors that could be causing your hair to be snapping off. Thank you so much for watching. If you'd like to see more content like this, please smash that like button and maybe give me a subscribe. Anyway, thanks, bye! I had a speech in my head. You want to leave now? Poof, there's hair in my mouth. You are ripping you're ripping your hairs of hair. Flight. Microfiber, what is it called?